Alright, it's our third time trying to start the stream. Been having some network issues, I presume. I don't know what else would cause it, but yeah, I've been having a ton of drop frames. Oops. So if we start really dropping frames, I'm probably just gonna end the stream and call it off for the night. I don't really know what's happening. I have a general idea that it's just my internet service provider throttling. I'm pretty sure they throttle people during these high peak, like, sort of things. Peak height what? You know, peak user time to be assholes mostly. Let's be real. They can probably handle it. All right. Let's go ahead and play. But welcome back to an abject failure. That is me. Really hoping I don't start dropping frames again. As shitty as I know I am. Let me just make sure there's playback in the background here. Okay, fantastic. And we're dropping frames. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. If I had to guess, it's gonna happen again though.
Drakensberg's a juicy wreck, all right. X-style frigate, don't you know? It's stuffed with tech.
I didn't know, actually.
The bosun and skipper have been good at keeping me out.
Are you kidding me? Meat unicycle? It's the worst thing. Did you just say something about my meat? What are the odds, dude? Oh, I hit him through that. I'm a god. 7,000 IQ play. And I'm dropping even more frames. God. Why the hell is there a fucking ad on my phone? How did it even get unlocked? Okay, I just checked to see if maybe there's something using the network on my phone. I really don't. There's something in the background here. I checked this last time. I just don't get it. I'm sorry. It's looking a lot like I'm gonna have to call the stream off. Like, as bad as my general gameplay is, if it's gonna be a fucking slideshow, like, why even bother? You know what I mean? I know that's not a pleasant viewing experience. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Huh? RAR XD. Fuck you, Kragan. Why are they going up there? I got my eye on you. Got one eye on my frames and the other eye on crime. Looking like Forrest Whitaker up in this bitch. It's you. A chicken who? Chicken what? A chicken dog. What just happened? No, I said she was the bomb. Why do they ride the wontons anyway? Isn't wonton a food? Do I know what wontons are? Bop. He shall leave. No. Yes. Wait, what? Ruh-roh? Wait, I swapped weapons. How did that happen? Am I cheating? Thank you! Oh boy! Oh, I should have known. I'm plumb tuckered out. Reckon I might die now. Better lucky than good. Story of my life. I'm good, but I'm not lucky. Fuck! That was a joke, by the way. I'm neither. I'm sure that's, anyone who's watched me, even, like, remotely. Okay. Why did I drain so fast? I haven't gone down that much, have I? Anyway. Anyone who's even remotely, like, given me a shot to watch, already knows. They're acutely aware of the fact that I'm... You know what, I think that pretty much explains my point. I'm about to just stop the stream and restart it. And pretend this last like 6 minutes hasn't happened. Because let's be real, I'm pretty embarrassed. Oh god. By the way, I just launched my first ever non-live video. It's sort of like a product overview kind of deal of a little compact hot swappable keyboard called the H.I.N.A.C Compact. It's my first time ever doing anything like that, but if for some reason you're interested in that keyboard, maybe check it out. It's honestly, I don't know, it didn't come out as good as I thought it was. Like, so if you were here yesterday, you might have, or you watched yesterday's video, you might have heard me say my throat was sore. It's because I was recording multiple takes of the voiceover for it for like 4 hours, just trying to get a run that I liked. I'm gonna let him finish talking here. Fucking hate Pickle. Shut the fuck up, Pickle. Like I was saying, I spent like 4 hours like redoing takes, trying to cut it down in time, as well as just like get a take I liked. And I had already gotten a pretty decent amount of footage. I couldn't really get that great of footage. Like, the footage you see is the best I was able to get, mostly because of lighting issues, and my camera is my phone camera. I don't really have anything. I don't have like a proper like camera gimbal mount thing or a stand. the way it was shot for a lot of this like sort of still stuff is I just rested it on my microphone mount. It's pretty interesting way to do it, but it sort of worked. It came out, honestly, some of the footage came out better than I thought, but like the general structure wasn't as good as I had hoped. I just couldn't find a way to get my point across succinctly enough, and also like really get into the review of it. And you know what, I usually find that most reviews, I wouldn't really call it a review, most like product overviews have the same problem where they're either like super short and they're basically just telling you all the main features, and they're like, yeah, it's good, or yeah, it's bad, and you know, that's it. You know, they spend 10 to 15 minutes telling you, or not even, like 5 minutes telling you all the cool features, and then they end it by, you know, like that. But I wanted to kind of tell you like why I felt the way I did, and not just like, okay, it has this feature, that feature, that feature, get it or don't. You know, I don't know, I just hated that. Like, I also hate having to wait until the end of the video to like hear the reasoning, like, or hear the recommendation. So that's what that is. That's where that came from. Y'all see that? That's weird. Logitech's been doing that all day now. Honestly, ever since I made the video, and there is some Logitech software that appears in spite of it not being a Logitech product. It was just for comparison's sake. I see I just dropped more frames. What's going on? We okay? I'm scared. But that was just for comparison's sake, though, is what I was getting at. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many people like look at product overviews, reviews, and stuff like that before they buy something. I personally usually try to. There was like, at the time I decided to go for this product, there was literally nothing but like someone doing an announcement of the product on YouTube, and then I think this week somebody came out with like a review, and it's shot really well. It's done really well. I'm not gonna, honestly, I don't know their name, so I'm not gonna say it, but I wouldn't have said it even if I did know it. But it's like really nice camera work. It's got some like cool little glamour shots of the product, and you know, they're just like, it has, you know, it's quality, they like it and all that, and you know, they offer their friend code kind of deal. So that's it. Like that's the standard style of video, and there's nothing really wrong with that. I just, I don't know, I personally prefer not sitting through 5 to 10 minutes of someone telling me about a product and then saying, you know, yeah, so you should go ahead and get it, and here's, you know, my code, or you shouldn't get it because of X reason we mentioned earlier. It makes a little more sense when it's like you shouldn't get it for X reason, but like I said, overall it's just like, I wouldn't have watched this whole thing if you just told me earlier that it, like, that's the problem with it kind of deal. And I guess as soon as you find out about like certain features, maybe you'll already just leave. But I don't know, I feel like it's almost disingenuous, and like I said, I'm not trying to criticize the person or like the style of people who do that. Maybe they all do it that way for a reason, because I've seen, you know, dozens if not hundreds of product reviews where they all end on whether or not they recommend a product, rather than just being like, yeah, so I don't recommend it, but if you still want to know about it, here we go. I have seen a handful where they'll put it in the title, like, you know, X product review, do not buy, and then they'll still go over it, and then at the end they'll explain why they feel that way. I dig those, because you're still probably interested in the product, but you want to know why they don't recommend it. I think, damn, I can't remember the person's name, but I saw like a Slim keyboard review where in the title or something, or in the thumbnail or something, they put they don't recommend or some shit like that. I dig stuff like that. And it's just like, just be upfront about it. Don't make me watch your old video. And I ended up watching that video because I was like, well, why don't you? You know what I mean? Honestly, I didn't even have much interest in that product. What am I doing? I'm so used to just ending up doing that I skipped a crucial part here. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. I prefer knowing up front, like, reasons why you don't suggest something. That way I can decide if it's still worth watching the rest of your video, but I guess I know why you wouldn't do that, because then you're forcing them to watch the whole video.
The bosun won't tear you to pieces. What do you say? Ha! Called it, didn't I?
Called it, didn't I?
Which is super normal. Do you have an alternate plan to reach the Drakensberg?
No.
Glad you asked. The bridge has a manual override nearby. I'm uploading its location to your Echo. Is that the
Live Echo?
Listen, you and the kids should stay away. That...
What an idiot.
I just blew up the only bridge. How are you gonna get across deadly lava now?
Deadly lava.
That was our only bridge too.
I need you to dump the methane from the reservoirs into the lava. We'll create our own path by cooling it off. This is gonna be ace.
I'm warning you, kid.
Would this work?
You and your pet fault.
Ha 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 ha.
Your brilliant plan.
Ha ha ha
Just
ha.
a bump in the road is all. I do have another bright idea though.
I think our definition
volumetric now pose. Haha.
The methane pumping station was shut down after the cracking. Explains why there weren't no methane in the reservoirs. We need to reactivate the pumping station. That'll do the job. And by we, I mean you.
Something else I noticed, I mean, by the way, if anyone's actually here or stops by or something, who wants me to not talk about, like, product style reviews and stuff, by all means, let me know. But something I've noticed with them is a lot of times people will not mention competition. Like, I really dig the ones that do, so they, like, keep it strictly the product. And I'd say this is probably a bigger problem. I guess it's not that big of a problem, but it's like a more frequent occurrence in people who get given products. Not necessarily sponsored, but like they're given the product for a review, they're given like a review sample. I find that a lot of the times they probably, like, out of respect for the manufacturer, don't mention other products. But it's like, to me, these products don't exist in a vacuum, right? Like, so I looked at the GMMK Compact, and it has a lot of competition in terms of, like, shut the fuck up, Bosun. In terms of, holy shit, I'm gonna kill this dude. In terms of, like, hot swappable switches, which is, like, its main gimmick, you can go DIY. There are tons of, I'd say, commercial style pre-builts that offer something similar. Maybe not as well done. I will admit it's really well done. But yeah, there are tons of, you know, competition boards in terms of the price. There are some for less, some for more, especially if you're going like super custom. That would be the DIY route. And if you're just looking for 60% RGB keyboards with like a sort of set key switch or something like that, I've seen, you know, the AM Pro 2 go for like 90 bucks, which is very popular. I've seen, you know, other ones go for like 120, around the same price. And it's just like, you're looking at options then. So it's not necessarily I recommend it over one or the other. It's just like, you get what you want at that point. You get what fits your needs. Maybe you want Bluetooth, maybe you want the hot swappable switches. Maybe, you know, in my case, I already had keycaps, so I didn't need to get them. And the key switches were way cheaper than they were on the site. So that's kind of what led me to do the video on it. I found switches pretty regularly for like $10 to $15 less because I didn't buy as many. And that kind of got me. Like, they don't offer less switches. So less key switches for less money. You can only buy twice the amount that you need, and that kind of kills the whole value to me. And I'm not saying it makes it a bad product, I'm just saying the value is off, and it's offset by, you know, something that you as the consumer can control, particularly if you use GMMK's like customizer thing. You can actually just change it to not include switches from them and go buy yourself whatever switch you want. Either, you know, less of them for less, or less of them but get exactly what you want. So there are more expensive switches out there. Less doesn't necessarily mean it's going to cost you less, but you are getting exactly what you want. You're getting something custom. And I went over that in the video though, so I don't know. I thought that was something a lot of videos miss, and I just wanted to go over it. We'll see how that goes. I imagine it's not gonna get any views, but whatever. I thought I'd put it out there because when I'm looking, I prefer having resources for finding out maybe, you know, about competition, about what might be worth it, about the software. I see I've dropped even more frames, so I'm getting pretty concerned here. But about like the software, for example, and how it might work, or if this is for me kind of deal. Like what reason do I have to or to not get this over X board, or even outside of keyboards? Like, I don't know, just whatever is popular to you. Maybe you're looking for a comfortable chair, or a mouse, or I don't know, a hat. I don't know if hats really get reviews, but I think my point stands. Like, it's nice to know, like, maybe user experience. Maybe somebody else has research that you don't. I feel like that's nice to have access to information, so I just thought I'd throw it out there. Maybe it goes over well, maybe people like it. They can let me know if they do or they don't. I also plan on doing like a revisit, because I didn't cover everything I wanted to. And I also don't really feel like I can seriously comment on like the actual like quality of it. Like, yeah, it feels great, like it seems pretty nice, but I've only had it for a few days, right? Like, even after a few months, which is when I'd like to probably redo a video on it, maybe just of like how it feels and how I found it compared to my other keyboard. In terms of like ergonomics, do I still have to tilt my keyboard, for example? Or can I get away with keeping it straight? I feel like it would probably take me at least like a month or two to decide, like, what's this right? Which kind of sucks, because you know, you have to buy it, but I feel like I can't really give that accurate of a like impression of a review with only having like such limited time with it, which kind of usually irks me about things. Like for tech reviewers, usually for like a graphics card or a CPU or something, they get it like a few weeks in advance and they get to run some tests on it, and there's like an established baseline. But this thing's a lot more like opinion based, feel based, and outright like build quality based. Damn, I'm really getting destroyed. I think I need to go train again, which I thought I was done with. This is nuts. What just killed me? I'm triggered. Totally lost my train of trot. Wait, what? Train of trot? Train of thought. Butt fly. What was my train of thought? I could probably go back and watch it, but that